Hello and welcome to Morning Reflections. I am your host, the Fat Mantis. Today we're going to be using this episode as a vehicle for me to rant about all things Comic-Con at home. That's right, so far it has been led by incompetent, unprofessional boobs who should probably lose their jobs. And it culminated in the ultimate expression of this is the New Mutants Comic-Con at Home panel, which was one of the supreme bummers in my life. Really bad bummer. Actually, in all fairness, when I found out that my parents weren't my parents, my real parents were like, they were in the Italian mafia, and apparently they were murdered one night by assassins, and they left me, and I was just sitting there in my crib, and the woman who raised me, who I thought was my mother, was a maid, and she took me home and raised me, and she didn't tell me until I was well into my 20s. I mean, that was a bummer. That was a serious bummer. But New Mutants was a way bigger bummer. Seriously, man, it was horrible. And this just goes to show you that they do not understand the appeal of Comic-Con or what you're doing. And Comic-Con, for them on their side, is about two very important things. And we're going to go over to them right now. So, Comic-Con, the first thing we have to understand is that Comic-Con is a very unique experience that where me, a fan, am paying you in both money and time and waiting online and all these things, and I'm giving you all these things, an opportunity to be locked in a room with you, for you to advertise to me. That is the ultimate opportunity, and you have that 1 hour to make the ultimate expression as to why I should buy your goods and services. And very often this works. I'll give you an example. During Batman 75th, I really wanted to hit up all those panels, and I knew I had to get there early, and I wanted a good seat, so I decided to go to the panel before it, and that was The League. It was a comedy show about fantasy sports, fantasy football league, and I would never have turned that on if it wasn't for that panel. Kroll and the rest of the guys there were amazing, and it sold me on a show I would never do, and I am so glad I was sold. I'm so glad that I listened to their pitch. And this is everyone's opportunity, and they all seem to be failing. Now, they've made a lot of mistakes, like for instance, in New Mutants, there was, in all fairness, there was this rumor going around the internet that it was possible going to go on Disney Plus, and they were going to announce it then. And usually big panels are not on Thursday nights. They are usually on Friday or Saturday. So it seemed like, why a Thursday night? Do they want us to do something all weekend? And then I turned it on. And when I turned it on, it was only a half an hour. And panels are at least 1 hour. That's 1 hour of selling to me. It was only half an hour. And you know what I was thinking? I was like, they're going to end it early and go, you know what? We're putting on streaming right now. Go for it. And I sat there. I was like, yes. And I get this announcement and I look on my phone, and somebody had pointed out on YouTube, they're like, it's not going up on streaming. And I'm like, how did you find this out? And more or less the person was like, I skimmed to the end to see if they announced anything, and they didn't announce jack. Now, what they got out of it was releasing a trailer that they were gonna release anyway. But that was their one opportunity to convince anyone who's on the fence, maybe they don't wanna go to the theater, whatever, to convince them to show up, to risk getting corona or whatever it is, even if they don't want to put it on streaming. They could have sold us in so many better ways. This is your opportunity. You got 1 hour to make the crowd fall in love with you, and they completely miss this opportunity. Now, as for all of Comic-Con, they make another huge mistake. What it is the fan connection. Right? So for all of you who are fans of YouTubers who do live streams, you often go on there, and what it is that the appeal of it is that you're like, today, she's gonna pick me. Today, she will pick my question, she will acknowledge me, and I will feel special for that happening. However, let's say you aren't picked in this live stream. They don't answer your question. They don't even give you a shout out or anything like that. The fact of the matter is that they're communicating with another Joe Schmo, a regular person. And when you're seeing them connect, you feel a connection as well. You feel this magical relationship between celebrity and fan, or should I say reporter and viewer. And this is their opportunity. And the fact that none of these are live streamed, they're actually all just pre-recorded, it gives us the opportunity to skim over information we don't want to hear. So we're not locked in any booth, but it also eliminates this idea of connection with the fan. And, an example of why Zack Snyder is such an amazing I'm sure you're wondering, a lot of people didn't like Batman v Superman, and I'm sure you're wondering, why does this man have a crazy cult of worshipers who love him and will murder executives if they do not get a Snyder Cut or they don't get more of his work? How did this happen? It's because he connects with the fans so well. And if you notice on his Snyder Cut announcement, he had fans call in a Zoom call, just regular old people, to make announcements and to talk with him and to show him that he's a man of the people. And this was Comic-Con's opportunity to do it, and you blew it. Nice job. Bravo. If I didn't have a coffee right now, I'd be, fake clapping at you right now. And finally, I want to go into something that really ticked me off, and it has to do with the Eisners. Now, a video or two ago, I was mocking the Eisners. I was absolutely mocking the Eisners. I made all these things. I was like, hillbilly wedding's better than that. I'd rather have an Elvis impersonator host or something like that. I made all these jokes. I set the bar real low. And I turned into the Eisners, and you know what? Somehow they went lower than the bar. It was in the gutter. Essentially, they didn't know how to use green screen. They used no music. They didn't simply use any of the normal tactics that you might think an award show would done. Literally, that organization is run by people who don't know what a personal computer is, let alone modern ways of marketing or branding or creating any fanfare for this beloved art form we have. I am so utterly insulted. So I got together a video. It only took me a few hours to do. Honestly, they could have had an intern edit this thing better than they did. But so here's my quick video to show you what I'm talking about. Welcome back to our 33rd annual Eisner Awards. Our next up category, Best Single Issue. And our winner is Our Favorite Thing is My Favorite Thing is Monsters by Emile Ferris. Excellent work, Emile. That's right, this will be her 4th Eisner win after her historic victory in 2018 from her graphic novel My Favorite Thing is Monsters, that had collected Best Colorist, Best Graphic Album, and Best Writer Artist. Excellent work, Emile. We're waiting on that sequel. Best Letterer. Stan Sakai. That's right, for his work on Usagi Yojimbo. This will be his 7th Eisner. That's right, I said 7th Eisner win. He's been winning them since his work on Usagi Yojimbo and other titles such as Gru and the 47 Ronin since 1996. He's an OG. He actually does all the artwork for his own book, so it makes sense. He's won for all sorts of categories, including artist, inking, and now finally lettering. Excellent work, Sakai. And now, for the first time in Eisner history, we're going to be doing the ultimate award. Comic Creator of the Century. Here it is, folks. The big one. And the winner is Roy Mears. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Oh my God, for such works on webcomics such as Romancing the Cosmos, Her Science, and Black Triangles, this is Roy Mears' first Eisner win. This is his first of many, as he says, and apparently he has a secret project in the works that's going to be coming out in 2021, a graphic novel which is currently going by the name of Project Gooseneck Horse Teeth. Oh, sounds like an interesting read, even though that's not its real name. I can't wait to see what this Crackerjack brings to the game of comic book creation. That sounds like a lot of fun. Excellent. So thank you for joining us in the 33rd Eisner Awards. There you go. There you go. Was that so hard? And I'm saying that was $0, 0 cents, man. I ain't got no money. You know? Look at that. I am not living large, I promise you. That just took me a few hours. And they could put a little care into the Eisners. I mean, like, was it so hard to show pictures or footage of the people who win awards? You can't even honor them that much? You know, and honestly, I love the host. He's a good guy. He used to play Green Lantern on Justice League. He's also from Mad TV. We love him. Love him. He's a good guy. But he put no energy or effort into it at all. It's shameful. So far, the entire thing has been utterly shameful. And I don't know what to do. Basically, my weekend is ruined. So thanks a lot, Comic-Con. But I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Am I too harsh on these guys? Did you like the New Mutants panel? I mean, you know, the one thing that I liked was that the girl who plays Magic was pulling off trashy Russian very well. I believe she was a trashy Russian. But anyway, please let me know in the comments And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Keep tuning in to Voice of the Fat Mantis for more updates on Comic-Con. Me calling suckers out. And let's find out, if I ever find out, who my true parents were. Until next time, ciao. For now. Best webcomic. That's Fried Rice, Erica Ang. Best colorer. Dave Stewart. Best graphic album. Are You Listening? By Tilly Walden.